5's Chad Petrie has the story.
When you get a fast food meal, no one expects to be called a little ugly dude.
MICAH Beats activated.
Welcome to Just Therapy, where we talk about life with a comedy twist. With your hosts, comedian Sean Boyd, Antonio Ferguson, and Miss KT. We talk about a whole bunch of shit from politics to people actually taking shits. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the therapy session. Man, this be dope. Make a motherfucker want to rap. I can't rap, man. Hold on, here we go. I can't rap. I really can't. But come sit down on the couch with us. Man, I can't rap. Come to the couch. Enjoy the show. Let's go. Just another day on the couch. We're talking about all the problems of today. Welcome back to another episode of Just Therapy. You already know who I am. I am your host, comedian Sean Boyd, and it is another beautiful Monday evening, y'all. Yes. The beginning of fall. Fall is here, bitches. Let's go. All right. You already know who I'm joined by. The co-host with the mostest by my right side, Miss BBC. What up, sis?
Greetings, everyone. Hey, bro, how are you today?
You know, being blessed, loving life, a little excited about the topics.
You're kind of low. Your volume kind of low.
You said my volume kind of low?
Yeah.
My volume ain't low. Can you hear me, though?
Yes, it's good. A little better.
All right. So yeah, I'm just first Monday of fall. You know, fall is here, and today was definitely fall-like weather. A little cooler than we're used to. Yesterday was nice as hell, but back to
it's been like 84 every day though. So like this was cool. 70. I was loving it, to be honest.
Yeah, and a couple of them days that 80 something was hot in the morning, but and so now we're about to start be like it's too cold, and then that fall back bullshit coming up. We're going to turn the clocks back and shit. Like that. It's another beautiful Monday evening. Hope your work day wasn't too stressful, but we are here to end your Monday evening with some therapy on the couch. So let's get right into it. So we always like to start with a recap on what happened to us this weekend, stuff like that. I'll go first. I think as I always do. That's crazy as shit. Hey, but first, before I even say that, you know what? I want to give you a big shout out. I was looking at my memories today, right? And this is a 3-year-old memory, right? And it was a post by KT, and it was talking about Sex Part 2, episode of Sex Part 2, and you were our guest. So that was the official first time I actually met you when she said you was coming on the show.
3 years.
I sent a message to you or whatever, and you've been rocking with me ever since. I appreciate it. Now you on the podcast official, so so big
That's
up
dope.
to you. Before I even start my recap, girl, if the other co-host in there. I'm on the podcast. Why you want me to watch something? Stop it. All right. So my recap. So let's start with Thursday. Thursday, I got hit up to sub for softball, so that was cool. Little mama went with me, and she got to play in the sand, the dirt, or whatever the hell. It's almost like sand, man. Some of them fields be so sandy. So she had we won both games, so that was cool. And then like they was like, "You coming back next week?" I'm like, I thought I was just subbing. They like, "No, you coming back?" And I'm like, "Talk to the coach." And the dude was like, "No, F the coach, you coming back?" I'm like, "All right, well, just let me know what time." Shit. So that was Thursday. Friday, we went to so Friday early, right? my daughter's class, my daughter's teacher, little mama's teacher, right? They do a mystery reader. And a while back, she sent me something on the little app we use to communicate, sent to everybody that she was looking for mystery readers and gave us a sign-up sheet, right? And I'm like, ooh, a Friday? On Fridays? I'm like, oh, hell yeah. So I'm doing that. So I got to surprise little mama and her class for as being their mystery reader.
Nice.
When I was walking in, they was coming from recess. They in line about to come in. And so I'm like, I seen her, but she didn't see me. So I'm kind of like walking fast. I get in there. And then I came in and I didn't know if I should go in the classroom yet or wait on them to walk by. I ain't know. It's a bunch of
right.
I don't know what they want me to do, so I'm like walking and the teacher see me and she like, go, go, go. I'm like, all right. So I go into class, sit down, and she still didn't see me. So when she came into class, because like the teacher walked into the class, she was like, we go find out who our mystery reader is. Who could it be? And then they walked into class and little mama was like the third kid in the door. And she was like, Daddy! Give me a big hug. She was so excited. It was cool too. I read the B. So that's like a B book, and then her favorite book, Monster, is her Monster in Your Book. So I read two books, and so it was cool. And so the kindergartners got to ask me questions, which really wasn't really questions, because at that age they're learning to ask questions, questions. So it was a bunch of raising their hand. And I'm like, what do you want? What do you got? And they like, oh, I like that book too. I'm like, yeah, it is a good book, And then it was like, all right, what do you want? I got that book at home. Yeah, it's a good book, And so she was like, ask questions. So they asked some questions. They asked, what do I like to do? And I was like, make strangers laugh from stage, tell strangers jokes from stage and make them laugh. And the teachers was like, you got a joke you can tell them? No. Stop. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Like, no, stop it. Don't even
a bear and a rabbit was shitting in the woods. No,
exactly. Like, I don't have any kid appropriate jokes. Like,
right.
I do church comedy and, like family comedy, but to be on the spot to kindergartners, hell no, I ain't got no jokes.
No.
Fuckers, hell no. So, but then they asked, and I told them what else I like, because I told them my day job, and they was like, oh, and of course they ain't know nothing about it, but the teachers was like, oh wow, that's that's cool. So that was Friday evening. We went to my nephew's football game. He had texted me and was like, oh, can you come to the game? I'm starting. And I'm like, all right, I see what I can do. He like, if you can't come, it's cool. And I'm like, all right, whatever. And so I didn't even tell him I was coming. We just showed up. So we showed up to the game. She got to play with her cousin, so that was cool. And we watched the game. They finally won a game. My nephew did start. I will save my comments for another day. But yeah. So that was Friday. Saturday we got up, went to my dude Jay Luke's workout class. Lil Mama was with me, and so we worked out, and I had her doing planks and curls and push-ups and running around the track like while we were doing our routine and stuff. So, and then Saturday evening went over Mama Luke's house, which is Jay Luke's mom. She was celebrating her birthday, so we was over there, and I thought I could, because he said it was starting at 6, so I got there at 6:30 thinking that was a good time. So I got to see my nephew, and he was like, oh, you got here at a good time. The food is almost done. And I'm like, okay. And I look at the grill and the food nowhere near done. And I'm like, oh.
No.
And Jay Luke started walking away, and Mama like, can you watch the grill? He being lazy. And I'm like, how the fuck did I get roped into cooking? So I ended up cooking the rest of the food. It was cool. We had a good time. I seen people I ain't seen in some years, so that was cool. And then yesterday we went and went over Mama Burns' house, Rail's mom. So we went over there, hung out, watched the game. She had cooked some chicken, macaroni and cheese, and some cabbage. The cabbage was banging. I can't, fuck with nobody's macaroni and cheese, but it was cool. We had a good time over there. And sat with her, talked with her. And then today went to work, did my thing, had some good classes. And the last class of the day I had to, let a kid know what it was. Like, I was like, teach, you got to go quick. Like I tried to give them the out, and I always tell them anytime they start doing something or not listening, and this is at the beginning of class, and like I'm not no small dude, not command the room anytime I walk in. So it's like I tell them, but some kids try to test you, and I tell them, listen, I am the coolest old dude you will ever meet, but I don't handle disrespect I don't handle disrespect well. So that's your warning, right? And he said something else, and he tried to talk to me, ask me about some water I ain't never heard of, and so I'm like, all right. So he seemed cool, but he kept running his mouth, and then he was like, oh, why we got to talk about suicide? Like, and the one girl in the class was like, because it might affect you one day, so you need to know, like to look out for different stuff. Oh, it ain't never gonna affect me ever, blah blah blah. And I'm like, teach, he got to go. I ain't, nope, bye. Real quick, because like I ain't playing with you, and I'm not gonna be a 4-foot kid, because like I don't get paid that much, and I don't want to have to snatch a knot in some kid's ass. So
right.
But other than that, we are here. So how was your weekend, sis?
I don't remember
At all?
I honestly don't remember. Like I don't feel like I really too much even had a weekend. Well, it's such a aggravating story. Like I basically got robbed.
When? This weekend?
Yeah, but not
seriously?
physically, but electronically.
Oh,
yeah. And it happened, and I didn't even know until I actually went to the grocery store. And from 3:30 a.m. in the morning until 3:39 a.m. in the morning, somebody basically was stealing funds from me every minute and a half.
For how long?
$198, $180, $175, $108. And so when I called and I'm like, yeah, I was like, maybe something wrong, because I checked the app, my app, and I was like, and so I was just like, maybe it's, how you would just be like, let me see how much I need to spend because I know bills come in, or I know I got to do whatever. And so the lady so I called and I'm like, on the app it said I only got 50 cents. And I'm like, I'm thinking the app is saying there has some technical difficulties. I just want to make sure, because I know, I see that all my deposits or whatever. And so she was, she go in, get all my information. And it's just like, no, all of your funds have been stolen. That's literally what she said. I'm so sorry. And I just was like, what could, it was, and I'm like, oh my God. And so I'm like, what? So she like, well, you have to call this number to find out or whatever like that. Anyway, I end up calling, and then it was just like so much I had to go through, but it was somebody in New York, and the store, I got the store information and everything. But they're like, oh, it might be 30 days before we can give your benefits back to you because it's under investigation and it's and I was basically like, my whole thing is like, y'all try to make like this technology is better, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? Apps, cards, this, that, and the other. And for real, like every time you turn around, it's some hacking, it's something, it's this, it's that. If the company's not ripping us off, or we're paying y'all, charging double charge, it's always something. So that was pretty much that.
What bank you got?
Sunday, I was just kind of like, boom, I didn't do anything. I really, really can't remember. Like I barely even got up out the bed, I think. But still trying to like stay forward, get rehearsals set up and everything like that, because I do have some stuff coming up, but I really don't remember anything else.
What bank you got? Who you bank with?
I don't want to say, but I'll fill you in all the rest of it later.
Oh, okay. Because it sounds like they're on some bullshit. Because I got Huntington, and I had noticed $8.11 charge that I'm looking at it, and I'm like, what the, I'm like, what is this? Like, I ain't do nothing. And then it said MetaPay behind it and a name, and I'm like, you can't even do Facebook Pay anymore. What is this? Like, that don't make no sense, right?
Right. Oh, I had that. Yeah.
And so I was gonna call them. I was gonna go down there the next day. And when I woke up in the morning, I had a text that I missed at 3:00 in the morning saying that was this me, the $8.11 charge. And I'm like, nope. So it immediately locked my card. And so I went down there and told them. And so they had to get a new bank card and all that stuff. And it was like, we'll look into it, boom, boom, boom. It shouldn't take long.
They said it's happening so much right now.
And then the crazy part about it is, like, I'm glad I stopped. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad I did that, because it was like 4 other charges that came in. That was like $8.11, $8.12. So they would,
and that's all I'm saying. And I'm like,
and see if they can continue to get me. But
so. And they start off really low. They start off low. They might be doing a penny or what. And see, this is not the first time it's happened to me. And it's like, this is why it's like so ridiculous. And it happens to a lot of people don't even know it's happening to them, because some people just like constantly spend or whatever like that. This is what the supervisor is saying to me. So this happens like, even like food stamps. They have this thing that they're stealing food stamps from people. And she was saying like how all these companies have been double charging people. So it's happening so massively right now that people are not, paying attention. But when it's a high amount, like you're basically a suspect just like everybody else, kind of thing. It's like, y'all know this is happening. You know what I'm saying? This shows you, like, girl, I'm at 3 a.m. in the morning. I'm not at no damn Yonkers. You know what I'm saying? So it's just anyway.
And then, like, that's one thing I do like. So what I do is funny, because I remember, matter of fact, the day I was at the hospital for real, I was gonna get a energy drink to, make sure I was good to drive back from the hospital in the middle of the night, and my card wouldn't let me get an energy drink. And I'm like, what? That don't make no sense. So I had to borrow like $3 or $2 or whatever from somebody real quick. And then sometimes, you'll go out of town or go somewhere, and they'll be like, is this you? Push no if it is, yes if it is, you know what I'm saying? But when I was out of town for the cruise, like, I was spending in different states, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it never like sent me the alert, but it'd be sending you an alert when you like hear local, and it's just weird how they do it. But
it's a lot. So
yeah.
I'm like, you know what, I'm basically at my wit's end just with technology, you know what I'm saying? All the other stuff and I'm like, oh my goodness, like, is it trying to tell me something? Like, why, whatever. But I mean, this is the first time I actually mentioned it, other than telling, my daughter, my cousin, and them, what happened. But it's just the whole vibes, because it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
It sucks.
But that's that. So.
All right. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully it get resolved super fast and not have to take no damn 30 days, because that shit just don't sound right. All right, let's keep it moving. We always like to do childhood memories, y'all. So it's funny, because I would be saying we're coming up on 3 years. We're coming up on 4 years of the podcast. So it's been a lot of childhood memories I haven't told y'all, but I got one I haven't told y'all, and I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget. And since I wrote it down, I remember exactly what it was. I don't even got to look at it to say it. But so my childhood memory this week is going to be, so I used to like to sneak out of the house a lot, right?
Oh, God.
Where I used to like sneak out the window. I would remove my whole window. I would remove my whole window and sneak out of the house, leave the window inside, right? And then had a chair outside, like behind the bush, because it was like a bush close to my window. So I would put the chair behind the bush, to have my chair to get back in. So I would get the chair, get back in the window, boom, 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 put the window back in and be good, right?
Mm-hmm.
This time, instead of going out the window, because I will always wait till my parents went to sleep, make sure they sleep, right? But my dad just knew too much, man. And I swear, like, so I'm about to go out the front door this time because I'm like, oh, I can open the front door where it ain't too loud, you know what I'm saying? And I just go out the front door and come back in the front door, right? So that's what I tried to do. I opened the door and was about to go out, and then I heard my dad wake up and like come out of his room, and I'm like, oh shit. So I like closed the door real silently, real quick, you know, because I didn't leave. So I closed the door real silently. And in our living room, my brother had made this, I'll just call it a curio cabinet or whatever, but it was like a big wall. It was a big wall unit that had like different like squares and upside down L shapes and stuff like that. And we had like crystals in there, boom, 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 like pictures and all kind of stuff, right?
Okay.
So it was about like maybe a little bit bigger than this. I know my blue screen won't give you a good thing, but it was about side length, you know what I'm saying? About something like that, right? And so my dad is coming in the living room, so I'm like, fuck. And so I hide behind, like try to hide by the thing so he couldn't see me, right? And there was a time where I used to sleepwalk. There was a time when I used to sleepwalk. And I think my brother had told his childhood memory about me talking in my sleep or whatever, because I used to sleepwalk and talk in my sleep, where he thought his Peter was talking to him and shit, but it was in my room talking. And so I used to sleepwalk. So me being me, I try to play it off like I'm sleepwalking, because now you know what I'm saying, he walked all the way around to see if I'm right there and he come around or whatever. He had to go around the TV and see or whatever. And so I'm like standing there all still trying to not like, you know, hide, you know, trying to hide and not be seen. But he came all the way around. So I'm like, shit, I got to think of something real quick. So the first thing I think of is like, you know what I'm saying? I'm sleepwalking, right? So I'm like standing there acting like I'm asleep or whatever. And he like, wake your ass up. You ain't sleep, mama.
Wait, why? Wake up, you ain't sleep. Like
he's like, get your ass in your room. What's wrong with you? And my dad never cussed a lot, so for him to say that was hilarious to me. And I knew I was about to get my ass whooped and be on trouble. He was like, wake your ass up, you ain't sleep. So he like, get your ass in the room. So I had to go in the room. I'm lucky he didn't hit me when I walked by him, and I went to lay down and I had to go to sleep, and I couldn't go outside at night that time. But to me, that was like hilarious because my dad rarely cussed. And when he did, you felt it. And it was like, oh, I'm about to get fucked up. Like,
right. That walk by be the scariest part of the whooping.
Man, like you trying to
like you that walk by, you're like, no.
Yeah, you trying to like cover your butt, cover your
head, your face, everything.
Oh man, and it was just so funny. It was one of my fondest, funniest memories of my dad catching me trying to do some dumb shit.
Yeah.
And it was so funny because like at his funeral, that was one of the stories I told. And of course, we in the church, and me being me, I'm like, hey, I'm just repeating what he said. And so I
right.
Like, your ass ain't sleep. Get in the room.
Wake up. You ain't sleep. Like, well, if you know I'm not asleep, then why you telling me to wake up?
That shit was hilarious, though.
Yeah,
so that's my childhood memory. I couldn't go.
That's funny.
I got caught trying to sneak out the house, but of course, you know, a couple of days later, I was out that window again. It did not deter me.
That's crazy.
When I was on punishment, I used to.
And where you was going? Why was you leaving out?
Cause man, I'm about to go to somebody's house. Cause like some of the people would be up like all times of night. You know what I'm saying? And cause like they mom didn't really give a shit, so I would go up there, kick it with them, smoke. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And come back in like 3-4 o'clock in the morning, sneak back in the window. Everybody sleeps. So then I'd be, you know what I'm saying, high, tired, jump back in the window, go to sleep and be good. And then wake up all over again. So, you know, I had to be in at a certain time, you know what I'm saying? So
okay.
I'm about to kick it still, you know? So yeah, so and Man, that's funny as hell because like I snuck out the house so many times. It is funny, not funny, but I almost missed a funeral because I snuck out the house and they were so pissed at me. My dad was so pissed at me, but my mom was like, "Listen, he can be on punishment, but you know he really want to go to this funeral because one of our friends got killed and stuff like that." But like, yeah, I snuck out that same night. Like the funeral was in the morning, but I snuck out. We was drinking, smoking, you know. We like reminiscing our homie that just got killed. You know what I'm saying? So, but they let me go to the funeral, but was that nigga bad?
Wow.
All right, what's your childhood memory?
I remember like with my real mother, I was little, and like when we used to go places, like men will always try to like talk to her. And I didn't like it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't like, because like I knew, first of all, if she got a new man or whatever like that, it was lights out for us. But more of it was like, who sent you? You know, kind of thing. Like I was such a set claimer. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is my property, this is my space. Don't come in my space. Like I was always like this, like hustler. Like I was just like little godfather energy, you know what I'm saying? So we in a grocery store one day, and you know, we're just doing something, I don't even know. So the guy was just like, "Hey, how you doing?" or whatever like that. And so I was just like, back up. Like back up. And my mom's like, "Stop acting like that." And she like, "How you doing?" You know, like talking, whatever. And I was really like not feeling it. Like, no, I don't like him. I didn't like his energy, anything. So he was like, so I'm standing like, and I'm like kind of like crowding my mom, like trying to cover her butt and her body, you know. And I'm just like, what? I was like, I'm little. And I'm like, what do you want? And he was like, wow, little mama, you feisty and everything like that. And I was like, if you're going to talk to my mama, you got to pay me. And he was like, really? And she was like, stop that. Yeah, you know, my mother was an abuser, but it was like, I just always just been like this person, like this protector or something. So I'm standing in front of her. I'm about 5, but I'm serious. And I'm like, and he was like, how much I got to pay you? And I was like, $50. And he was just like, wow, that's kind of steep or whatever. So I'm just like, I'm acting like this, and my mom, she pinches me. But now, usually, because I was a crybaby, I would be like, oh my God, like she don't fall out, you know, and I would never like tantrum because I know she'll kill me. But when it came to that, like I was all standing on, every time I would stand on business. And this fool pulled out a food stamp book. Remember the food stamps used to be paper? And literally gave me $50 in food stamps. Gave me $50 in food stamps.
Oh man, that's like $100.
And right, but as a kid, that's $1,000.
Hey, that's good as a kid. You like shit? I'm about to eat.
Yeah, he gave me $50 in food stamps, and he wanted to talk to my mom. So we were over by the like the fish thing in the market where, you know, they got your fish and live seafood or whatever like that. And, you know, I grew up, my father was a fisherman, so we had never really ate like store-bought fish or whatever. But so we're over there for whatever reason. She probably already saying I was trying to sway her fattest ass in his direction or something. I don't know. Because, you know, I was a kid, but she was like, "Oh, look at the fish." And then I guess they exchanged numbers and did whatever they did. But I had $50 in food stamps. And I just remember her like, give me them food stamps because I'm using them on groceries. And I was like, like, bitch, I pimped you. I just got you. You know what I'm saying? This is my fucking money. It's my money. Don't make me. So I be like, when I think about it every time, I be like, I was your pimp. You took my fucking food stamp money. Shit. But she actually took it and spent it on groceries. I was sorry as shit too.
Out of it?
Huh?
Did you?
I got to get what I wanted out the store. I remember, but I don't remember exactly what I got.
All right.
But I was like, I used to pimp her, like, and I'm like, when I think about it, like, 'cause I'm like, she gonna do it anyway, so I might as well get something out of it. I don't know, but yeah, That came to my memory the other day.
That's hilarious. That's a good childhood memory. I like that one. All right, let's get to it. Y'all know what we like to do. We like to do flowers while they still here instead of being so conditioned like so many of us are to give people flowers while they dead and gone. We like to give people flowers while they still here so they can smell those roses. Would you like to go first?
No, go first.
Okay. So my flowers this week, I'm gonna do two. So my first set of flowers is going to Mama Luke, Jay Luke's mom. First off, I gave her a nickname. You know, I gave Jay Luke his name, and I gave his mama her name too, Mama Luke. But just like her being her, man. When we was kids, we would be over there kicking it, having a good time. And I remember when his grandfather was over there, and we come back, he had this Mustang, right?
Uh-huh.
And I'm sure he told this childhood memory when he was on the podcast, but we there and we coming back to his house, we about to smoke. And you know, in them days, we used to love to hot box a car if we could. And Jay Luke had this Mustang. It was like an orange Mustang. And so we about to sit in the car. So we go to sit in the car. It's in the driveway, right? Like right in front of the door too.
Uh-huh.
So we go and we open the door and the door falls off the hinge. And we like, oh shit, we done messed up the door, blah, blah, blah. So we go in and they act like they don't even know what we talking about, even though they played us, and they broke the door and made it seem like we broke the door. And it was so hilarious. I remember the time where she found some weed in this drawer and she took it. And we like scouring his room, like, man, where'd that weed go? Blah, blah, blah. Right. And then come to find out she had it. And years later, she had smoked that shit.
Wow.
But she was always so damn cool, man. Always so supportive, so cool, such a good person. And, you know, this past year, she had went through some stuff. She had a brain aneurysm that didn't burst. So they caught it quick enough and did the surgery. And of course, I went to the hospital. Met Jay Luke up there, sat with her and stuff like that. And then just, you know, going over there this weekend to celebrate her birthday was cool because, you know, that was her first time meeting little mama in person. So that was cool, man. Just like, you know, she's always been such a cool ass person, man. So I gotta give her flowers for just keep fighting and to keep being who she is. So Mama Luke, you getting your flowers today. And then my second set of flowers got to go to Mama Burns, man. I don't know how it is. You know, I've known people who've lost, you know, children or whatever like that. And, you know, that first thing they say is, you know, they supposed to be burying me, not the other way around. And just her perseverance. And anytime I go over there, we have a great conversation. That's why, you know, I gotta stay on it. You know what I'm saying? And just such a sweetheart, you know, and, you know, look at Lil Mama like that's her grandbaby. And Lil Mama, and as soon as she see her, you know, and Lil Mama love her. She'd be like, we're going to Mama Burns' house, you know, she a big hug. And just the perseverance and to keep that head afloat and to keep praying and to keep moving forward and you know, living her life in honor of her son. You know, she's been through a lot, but she's still persevering and still pushing. And she just, you know, always been cool. Anytime I hung with Rail and we would go by there and I'd be like, what up, mama? She'd be like, oh, hey, Sean, what's going on? Give me a hug and all that stuff. So always been just a cool ass person, man. So mama, you getting your flowers today as well. So those are my flowers going to today.
Blessings. I'm gonna give my flowers, you know, I would just group it up to any parent that has lost a child. My flowers go to you, myself included, my cousins, friends, you know, because when you losing the child, it's something, you know, even if it's during pregnancy or anything like that, it's something devastating, you know. And what people don't realize is that you know, I don't know where some people get the strength, you know. You be wondering like how, you know, because in your mind you be thinking I couldn't survive, you know. and you see them and they're still moving and everything like that. And you know they're hurting, you know they're mentally, you know they're spiritually or whatever like that. But I mean, I guess some people have faith and everything like that. So it's just you know, I can't even see people. Like I wouldn't be able to see her because I'm so emotional. I'm going to be emotional for you, and you, like, you know, and I would just ruin the whole moment. Like, I mean, I've had people that lost kids and I couldn't go. I couldn't be around them because, and it's like, you got to be strong for them. Like, how do they have the strength? And I can't imagine. And I don't want to, you know, what she's going through because they used to be together, you know what I'm saying, like all the time. So it's a vibes. It's a vibes. My flowers go to all the mothers and fathers that have lost a child.
Absolutely, flowers well deserved. Flowers well deserved.
Speaking of that, real quick, did you see the father that's going viral talking about the baby died somehow? I don't know how. He was a little kid, maybe a toddler, and he put up a post like, I miss my dude, but at least I ain't got to pay child support somewhere or some shit like that. I tried to send it to you, but you know how you hit and it go away or whatever. Yeah, he going viral, so look that up. Yeah, and people went off, like people are sounding off like crazy. Like, why would you even say that? Like, why? Yeah, so it was crazy.
I'm not looking that up. You know, I put a post this past week about sometimes I do love Facebook for the simple fact I can scroll on by to not see the ignorance some people spew on that shit.
Yeah, so it's like,
definitely, what? Yeah, definitely won't be looking for that.
I feel like I be in a twilight zone sometimes.
Sometimes we do. Listen, this world is crazy.
It's so different.
Speaking of crazy, let's get into our first topic. Listen, Greene, Ohio. That's a city in Ohio. Greene, Ohio. They have been known for bullshit. A lot of bullshit. Entitlement, you know, just that city, just, you know. So they're back in the news. Their high school is back in the news. They were in the news before. A while ago, when we were still in the studio, Mr. Ferguson came on and talked about it a little bit, but they're back in the news. They were in the news last time for, I think it was like the beginning of Black History Month. They had chicken and watermelon at the school for school lunch. And it's funny because like a lot of people get pissed about the watermelon fact. Like, you got to remember that's how a lot of Black people got rich after slavery was, you know, growing and selling watermelon.
Yeah, but people see it as a negative. For
Society wants you to see it as a negative.
Yeah, I don't know why though.
Negative, right? So, but they were in the news for that. But so this time they're in the news for something else, and of course I have pictures. Y'all know it's homecoming season. Homecoming season. I know a lot of people that's went to homecoming here recently. A lot of people's homecoming was this past weekend. Coming up weekend before that as well. But they're in the news.
Homecoming early. I thought it used to be in October.
You say what?
Homecoming. They've been having homecomings early.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, they have it early, sometimes they have it a little later. That's what I'm saying. It's like homecoming season. So I think last week was like the first week for
I've been seeing a lot of people go. Yeah,
and it's gonna keep going until probably, you know, the end of, you know, September into October. So you know how that go. But so they're in the news this time for, let me take this banner off real quick for this. Greene High School students create a wild card for homecoming they thought was funny, okay? And just in case people can't read that, I blew it up. If we were Black, we'd be picking cotton, but unfortunately we're white, so we're picking you for HOCO, which stands for homecoming. You can read it. That's what it says. Absolutely. Yep.
Picking you.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yep. And you see who's holding it. Two dumbass kids that don't have real home training, that don't know anything. I blame that on their fucking parents because
If we were black, we would be picking cotton.
Yep. But unfortunately, we're white.
So we're picking you.
For homecoming.
Right. But the for homecoming, like without the like we're picking you like you're picking your slave.
Absolutely. What are your thoughts on it? Talk to me.
They're products of their own environment, basically. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the only thing that I could say about this is kids know about what they're taught to know about in most cases. And whatever their parents think and however their parents think most times is how they're going to think, or their surrounding people, you know, think or whatever. So they're products of their own environment.
No, absolutely products of their own environment, because you got to know their parents think like that, or
that's what I'm saying.
That because they didn't teach them any better.
Yeah.
You know, and for them to, and they went viral for this dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we were black, we would be picking cotton. Like, are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
Like, come
and
on.
I mean, and are they getting punished for it? Like, my question is, what's happening? Are they gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Because right now it's like this world is in a anything goes mode. So, you know what I'm saying? Are they gonna be punished for it? Are they parents against it? Do they feel like, you know, because I mean, some kids, you know, they follow other kids. So one kid could not even have been brought up like that, and then the other kid draw them in. Like, what is the consequence of this? You know,
that's what I want to know. So what if you were the principal, what would be your consequence for them?
My consequence forward, me personally.
Yeah, what would you, if you were
make them go pick some cotton? I would make them.
Where
that would be their punishment.
Cotton fields at?
Huh? We got some like we got right here by our grocery store over there by the funeral. I mean, the cemetery. It's everywhere. They're everywhere. There are places that cotton grow just naturally.
Okay.
And I will take them to one of those places, and they will pick cotton. I don't give a shit if I had to pay for somebody to bring a whole cotton field onto the damn football. You're going to go. You if you ain't picking cotton, you picking daisies. You gonna pick something. And you're going to get on your hands and knees, and that's going to be your punishment, or you're getting expelled. You know what I'm saying? Because let's show you how it really went. And I think that's where there's no real punishments anymore. Oh, you get special. Oh, okay, boom. He get to go to another school, do the same fucking thing. What is the punishment? You know what I'm saying? Picking cotton, it hurts. Like, you know, it got thorns and everything like roses, and you got to pick through the hard part to get the cotton out of the flower. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna do it, and everybody's gonna sit by and watch you do it. All the people that you offended to, you're gonna do it. And if I was a parent, I would be so for it. Oh, that's their punishment. You know, and no expulsion. No, you still going to school. No suspension, so you can be at home thinking of some other dumbass BS to do or whatever like that. Like, I'm gonna make you work for that. I'm gonna make you work for it. And I mean, you could ask my daughter. Like, I was very hard on my daughter. Like, you cry, even if you cry, like, I was very hard, like, with the simplest things. So you do some shit like that, like, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. Picking cotton, picking daisies. I don't give a shit. You're gonna get it.
I like it. So you better than me. What up, Eb Jones in the building? What up, girl? What up, sis? She said, pick something, educate, and pick something. I hear that. So y'all better than me, because my first instinct would be definitely suspension or expulsion, right? Because first off, I don't care what you think you don't know, you definitely know better. And you did this as some bullshit to try to be funny to try to insult somebody, and you're not gonna get away with it. So I'm suspending you, I'm expelling you, and I'm writing a recommendation to other schools not to take your punk ass in their school either. I would go, you know what I'm saying, go to the school board, fight that shit as a principal, and make my shit stand with the expulsion and the suspension. So they can cry all they want. The parents actually need their ass whooped because it's a product of the environment. So basically they raise some bitch ass motherfuckers that don't know nothing, that think they funny and want to do this bullshit and pull it over, right? So they get away with this dumb shit at Green High School, right? I don't know what happened. We're gonna, follow up on it to see if anything happened. But this definitely is unexcusable. Period.
The person that they chose
at all.
Because it seems like it was a black person. So it's like, if we were black, we would pick Cotton, but we're white, so we pick you. So was it towards a black student?
Not now. I don't think it was. I think it was them just being stupid.
That's even worse.
Right. I mean, what do you mean? If it was towards a black person, I think that would be worse.
That's what I'm saying. That would be worse.
Oh yeah. If it was definitely towards a black person, yeah, it would definitely be worse. I don't know how they keep getting away with this dumb shit that they doing. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's that city, man. This city is so fucking entitled. And they think they better than other people and shit like that. Oh, Mr. Brooks, what up, brother? We talking about Green High School right now with the picking cotton bullshit. Hey, don't forget, this is the world's best interactive podcast. If you want your comment on the screen, you got to go to Just Therapy the Podcast on Facebook page or Just Therapy the Podcast YouTube. So if you're commenting on my personal page, I will read it because I see the comments, but unfortunately they don't. I can't get them to come back to the screen. It's been like a year and a half since it's not been on the screen. So if you want your comment on the screen, please go to Just Therapy the Podcast page on Facebook or the YouTube page, and it'll come up on the screen. But I want to know everybody else's opinions on this. Like, what would you do? Do you think that? I don't think there's going to be real consequences for this shit.
Yeah.
But I do like the fact, like I said, you're better than me because you taking them somewhere to go pick cotton to figure out how and why you shouldn't make fun or make light of this shit, to make them pick. And I would have them out there for an entire school day, which is about 7 or 8, sometimes 9 hours. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're gonna do it. You're gonna do it.
School and make them, you know what I'm saying, be out there on a hot day and pick cotton and not let them take breaks and anything like that. Barely, I give them some water because I know they're gonna be tripping on that. But literally, just make them pick cotton the entire school day and see how they feel after that. And on top of that, I will suspend their ass. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know it was some places, cotton fields up in, Ohio, because down south.
Yeah, I'm not suspending them. You're not going to get no time off. You're not going to get to enjoy. You're not going to get to sit around and be on Facebook, Instagram all day. You're going to work the whole day. You're not going to the homecoming. If you do, the only thing you're going to be able to do about the homecoming is be the cleanup person after the homecoming is over.
So
I'm bringing you're going to really eat them words up and never want to use them again.
So Twan is telling me that they are forcing them to get counseling and no homecoming. That was their punishment. I don't think that's a punishment.
That's not a punishment.
Not at all. Not at all. Because they're not going to learn shit. They're not going to learn shit. If you don't get expelled, suspended, you're not going to learn shit. You just go keep doing dumb shit. You go switch it up and do something stupid next year and try to reword it and still have the same videos on it. I don't think that's a good enough punishment. That is soft as shit.
No, that's not a punishment.
That's the city agreeing with that bullshit.
Yeah. They got to get therapy.
They are forcing them to get counseling and no homecoming. So this is my thing. How do they know for sure that they're going to go get counseling?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Their parents is probably well connected and be like, hey, can you write something for my son that say he got counseling? Or just say, oh, we took him to counseling.
I don't know. People not drafting. Remember, they should the Do the Right Thing program, or You know what I'm saying? Those programs where, what is it called? When they used to take us to the jails and shit.
Scared Straight.
Scared Straight.
I don't think Scared Straight works.
Oh man, when I went to they took me to Scared Straight. I was scared. I ain't gonna even lie.
Listen,
I was scared. But
our old co-host, Mr. Ferguson, that Scared Straight did not work for him. He had told this on the podcast before. It did not.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, everything don't work for everybody, but I was scared, and I ain't gonna even lie. I was like, I was still angry and I was still mad. Don't get me wrong. Like, I mean, shit, I got up in trouble still until like 10 years ago. But when I was in there, I was scared, like for real. Like, and I knew that I didn't want to be in prison or whatever. But this lady told me, like, I'll break that glass and make you eat it. You keep smiling. I was like, but I couldn't stop because when I'm nervous or upset, I smile. Like when I used to get whoopers, I got in trouble because I don't know. I would smile. It's just some weird kid shit. I don't know. But yeah, I was scared.
Wait. So I just looked at this comment. Twan said the kids that actually shared the snap got in more trouble than the kids that actually held the sign and made the sign.
Wow.
So the kids that shared the snap actually got suspended. How does that make any sense? How does that make any sense? So they seen these dumbasses, took the picture and shared it on Snap, and they get in trouble for sharing it on Snap.
I feel like all of them should be in trouble. Don't get me wrong.
Only has to do counseling and can't go to homecoming. Like, how does that even make sense? Like, that doesn't even make sense. Like,
it doesn't. But
the same,
that's how it goes.
Like, that makes no sense to me at all whatsoever.
It doesn't.
Like, at all. And okay, here we go. Oh, damn it. I keep losing the comments.
Oh, damn it. I'm saying, oh, damn it, this day ain't gonna like.
I can't see no new comments. Hopefully it'll bring up in a minute. But yeah, that to me, that just don't make no sense. How can the kids that shared the snap get in more trouble?
Yeah.
Kids that actually made the damn sign. Like, that makes no sense to me.
Because I guess they felt like they were being instigators.
So if they didn't share the snap, no one would know, and this shit would go unnoticed and
I don't agree. Trust me. I'm just saying, like, people, them kids got their parents. It depends on who is well off. Like, well, if they wouldn't have, the kids wouldn't have shared it, they, trying to get their kid out of shit or whatever. You never know how it go.
That's bullshit. Talking about
the slightest just
they still did the thing. So what do you mean if they did?
They did the crime.
They didn't share it. We wouldn't know. And then
when you really think about it, the accomplice always get in more trouble than the actual doer. It's so crazy, but that's the American way.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's mad. I don't agree, but that's how it goes. Especially depending on what kind of parent these boys have. If they bitching and moaning and everything like that, and you better, it's just a joke or whatever. It was the other kids that made it look like it was something else. You know what I'm saying? That's all it takes is a Karen up in there bitching and moaning and getting her kid off with the fuckery.
And that's the parent that need their ass whooped.
That's the parent be with the worst kids.
Yep.
Every time.
Well, oh man, that shit just irritated me. All right, y'all. I think this is a good time to take our one and only sponsor break. Listen, we got 2 more fire ass topics coming up on the docket. I'm telling you, you do not want to miss it. All right. Don't go anywhere. More Just Therapy, more BBC, and you already know who I am, but I'm taking us to break, baby.
Primal Screen in Kent, Ohio. For all your screen printing and embroidery needs. Quality work, on time, fair prices. For more information, call 330-677-1766. Again, 330-677-1766. Or check us out online, primalscreenprinting.com. If you mention the podcast, you get 5% off. Peace.
Custom Design Aquariums, where we bring your aquatic dreams to life. With your help, using your imagination, together, we will turn your home or office into a peaceful getaway. For a free consultation, call 330-475-5181 or contact us by email at customdesignaqua@gmail.com. Once again, that is customdesignaqua@gmail.com. Mention this podcast and get 5% off. Yo, y'all already know what it is. It's another Monday, and y'all know what Monday is. You already know. I'm about to tell you about the best pizza place in Northeast Ohio or Northwest. I don't know what it is. Either way, it's the best place to get your pizza from. It's called Twisted Tomato Pizzeria. They got 3 locations. First location is 1909 Bailey Road, Cuyahoga Falls. Their phone number is 330-928-2222. Their second location is in downtown Akron, across the street from Rubber Duck Stadium. That address is 325 South Main Street, Akron. Phone number is 330-849-5707. And their third location is in Stowe. That's 3031 Graham Road, Stowe, Ohio. Phone number is 330-673-9410. The one thing I love about the downtown location has to be the beer wall. I like to call it the Dave & Buster's of beer. Reason why is because you walk in there, they have 36 glorious taps of wine, ale, IPAs, lagers. It's a plethora of options for you. You go in there, you put money on a card, you take the card up to the tap the card against the tap, and pour as much beer as your heart desires. But please drink responsibly. Another thing I love about Twisted Tomato Pizzeria is that they cater to your taste buds, right? Anytime you order anything, especially if it's a specialty order, everything is done correctly, done to your liking. And the pizza is so good. The food, the subs, everything they have is so delicious. I'm telling you, when you take that first bite, it'd be like, bitch. Like, it's just that delicious. Make sure you check them out if you're ever in the area of Cuyahoga Falls, Akron, or Stowe. And when you ask for the owner, Brad Culver, you get a 10% discount when you mention Just Therapy, the podcast. Yes, they are the official sponsor of Just Therapy, the podcast, but it is delicious food. So make sure you get your 10% discount when you mention you are a coucher and you watch or listen to Just Therapy, the podcast. All right. And remember, if it's pizza, it's possible. Twisted Tomato Pizzeria. And we are back. Quick shameless plug for Miss BBC. BBC, come back and talk about your this show coming up, girl.
No. Really quick, greetings, guys. I'm sorry. I was like, where am I? So on October 12th, I actually have 2 performances, which I'm very excited about. And this first one is the 4th annual Art Meets Reggae showcase, which is at the Negative Space Art Studio. And the owner of that art studio and the creator of that art studio, he's so amazing. I really, really just like being around him and vibing with him, but also the people that are going to be on this event. It's nice to just see people come out with their creativity. It's off of 38th and Superior in the Asian Mall on the 2nd floor. So you guys come out, come show your support. But also on August 12th, I am performing later that night at the Grog Shop, which I am opening up for Carlos Jones. I've done both of these shows before. I was so excited to get them. I never really do 2 shows in one day. I've probably done it once or twice years ago, but I felt like I needed this rush, kind of like the chaos of building that energy. So I hope you guys can try to make it out to both. But if not, please come show up at one.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. And that is doors open at 6 or the start time?
Yeah, doors open at 6. It's October 12th. Given by Soulfire Sound and Negative Space. And we're gonna have like Marley Banton, Miss BBC, Papa Gary, Ma216, Mighty Soul, Spartacus, and Willpower.
Nice. That sounds like a good lineup right there. Make sure y'all check it out. Y'all go support October 12th. All right. Doors open at 6. Show ends at 11. And when are you? What time do you start at the Grog Shop?
At the Grog Shop, I start about 8:30.
All right. So make sure you check it out. At least if you can't make both, at least make one of them. All right. Make sure you check it out. Go support our girl. Yes. All right. Let's get right back into it.
Oh, wait. At the Grog Shop, we're doing a Queens and things. So I'm opening up with all female artists.
Like you did at Reggae Fest?
Huh?
Like you did at Reggae Fest?
Well, similar. No, they were my background singers. I'm actually just doing the Queens and things. Like all queens get to like show their own vibe and everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Reggae Fest, you brought some other people on stage with you. That was
yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Nice. Make sure y'all check it out, y'all. Check it out. All right, let's get back into it. What's our next topic on the docket, Miss BBC? What's going on?
The next topic on the docket is side piece. Side piece. If you're a side piece, stay a side piece. And not just side chicks, side dudes too. Mm-hmm. And the reason why I came up with this topic is because what's his name? Dag, I can't even think of his name now. But a couple of people have passed, a couple of big major artists. Mm-hmm. And at the guy's funeral, first of all, they have the funeral and people are there, whatever. And one of the side pieces decide to show up. Okay. Not only that, a couple of other ones start posting pictures of him and her and, this and that and the other. So my thing is this. If you take on the role as a side piece, play your position. You know what I'm saying? Don't go posting pictures and everything like that. It's like, once you take on that role, you continue to play that role. How dare you? How dare you do that? And people feel a way about this. They like, well, he the one was cheating and need to be exposed and all that. Like, shut up. You know what I'm saying? No, you didn't. If you played your position while he was alive, play your, you know what I'm saying? Show respect to the dead. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you're a secret, because a side piece and a secret, that's two totally different things. Okay. If you're a secret, if you're a jump off, if you're a side piece, regardless of what position you stand on that, like play your position. Don't come out here. This lady is already dealing with all kinds of stress stuff or whatever like that, especially when you're dealing with somebody that is a major artist or money or whatever like that. What if you wasn't in the wheel? What if you wasn't on none of the paperwork or any? Like, it's a lot to deal with, just burying somebody. And then now you got to deal with people like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Grandmaster Flash had all these, some bullshit. Like, I feel like I don't like when I see women that are side piece and they like want to call the wife. I want to call her. I want to say something. I'm going to go to her job or whatever like that. Like, or dudes, like, you know what I'm saying? Like calling somebody for, like, to me, it's like, that is the most, like, you are not, that's not what your job. Your job is to be the side piece. Mm-hmm. So play your position. If you take that position, play that position. If you take the part of being a secret, you're a secret. You know what I'm saying? You don't go out on dates. He ain't coming over your house, you know what I'm saying, before 11 o'clock. You know, like you know that you ain't, you know what I'm saying? A side piece, she don't go to the main family house, she go to the other side of the family house. You know what I'm saying? You know, they go out on dates, but they go out on dates in places of whatever. Like, I'm not condoning anything. But if you take on a position, like if you go to a job, if I go to a job, I play my position. Don't come ask me to do my manager's job because I'm not doing it. I don't get paid for that. You know what I'm saying? So my whole point is, if you're a side piece, hold your position, play your position. You know what I'm saying? And stay in your position no matter what the outcome is. Even if they pass away, what y'all had together is what y'all had together. Don't go posting pictures and going to funerals or whatever like that, because unless you have a child with that person, that's the only reason why you should be going to take your child to say their goodbyes. However, still, you're a side piece. Play your position. What are your thoughts?
So I am going to disagree with you on one point. And one point. The funeral, it'd be a lot of people at funerals. So if you are the side piece, you was a side piece for, you know, so long or whatever it was, y'all have a connection, right? So being at the funeral, I'll give you that pass. Of course, you're not sitting with the family, sit in the back, sit off to the side, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying?
She wanted to sit with the family.
No, see, no.
She wanted to sit with the family. And she was making it, acknowledging the fact that she was who she was. If you coming quietly with everybody, I don't know who everybody is, but she was making a scene.
You ain't say that.
Yeah, I'm sorry, because I didn't have the video.
Oh no.
Yeah, she made her stuff. That's why I said not coming to the funeral. I don't agree you should go to the funeral at all. But if you do, I would take that.
I mean, if you
be quiet.
Yeah, just sit in the back, you know, mourn, you know what I'm saying? Because that's somebody you had a connection with, you know what I'm saying? Because you had a intimate connection with that person, side piece or not. I can see you coming to the funeral, but you trying to sit with the family, come on, get the fuck out of here. Like, what's wrong with you? No,
sit down.
You a secret, sit in the back, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all got a connection to, y'all had an intimate connection, but stay in the back, stay your secret. Trying to do too much is where I agree with you on. You can't be trying to do too much. You can't be trying to sit with the family. Like, why are you posting pictures of y'all? And if you post a picture and be like, oh, my people passed away, I'm feeling some type of way, you know what I'm saying? RIP to such and such. Not posting a picture, oh, I was the side piece and I'm hurt and all that. You can't do all that. Play your position. If you the point guard, you ain't no reason, like you can post up if you got like a small person on you, but you the point guard. You supposed to run the offense, pass the rock, and score, right? And if you the center, you supposed to post up, get rebounds, put it back, do all that. You ain't supposed to be out there running,
play your position,
trying to push the ball up and doing all that. Play your position. You know what I'm saying? It's people that get, especially when you know you a side piece, like you know you a side piece.
Yeah.
What I don't like is when people are a side piece, but they don't even know they're a side piece because the person is lying about them being a side piece. And all this and all that. Like, you can't do that. Like, that ain't cool. Let the person know what position they play.
No, and it's true. It's like,
won't be no real confusion. You know what I'm saying?
Most people just don't take my choice away. Like, you know what I'm saying? Most women will still stay. Most women are going to still, I don't care. If you tell them and they want to be bothered with you, they're going to stay. Most men, if they want to be bothered, that's how side pieces came about anyway. I just feel like at the end of the day, whatever you choose, stand on it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm not condoning anything and I'm not taking away from it, but play your position. Ain't no way you should be, you know what I'm saying, trying to be with the family or putting posts out or, oh, he gone now, so I might as well tell it kind of thing. Like, no, come on, sit down. If you made that decision to, I'm saying, stand on business. And I really think that way. I can't stand it. And first of all, I don't want to hurt nobody. My thing is, if I take the time and say, I want to be with this guy and I know he got this situation, you love her, I love her. That's how I think. I'm not asking nobody else to think that way. I don't go on, like that. But I'm not going to disrespect her because, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, oh, I want him to be with me. Like, get out of here. You know what I'm saying? This is the decision I made. My decision is what I made. So I'm not going to hurt her, cause her any drama, stress her out in any way. You better be on your stuff with this or whatever like that if I want you. You know what I'm saying? Because if I want you, why can't I have what I want? You know, that I'm tired of trying to be like, oh, well, whatever. I'm not about to be, because everybody got their space with somebody. My whole point is, why make the woman that he vowed to miserable because you're trying to be on some dogmatic shit when you already took the position as a side piece? Right. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't stand in your business to say, I don't want to be with you while you're with her. You know what I'm saying? I want to be with you on my own or get the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? Right. So you took that position. You agreed. That was an agreement, a verbal agreement. This is what's going on. Verbal agreements are standing. So when you cross that and you step out on that, like, I look at you, I don't look at you like, oh, you was, you helped him cheat. I don't look at you like that. I look at you like, like, you know what I'm saying? You're a person, you're not reliable. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not reliable even for him, for yourself, but definitely not for him. So I was very upset about it. And I really wanted to talk about that.
I see you are definitely visibly upset about
it. Males or females, because I see men like be on some fuckery too, and it seems like men are getting like softer and softer on that shit. It's so irritating. It's so irritating.
What up, baby? What's going on with you, fam? Thanks for chiming in and tuning in, man. Hey, listen, I want to know the couchers, man. Let me hear your opinion on this side piece. What we talking about? Should the side piece go to a funeral if the person passed, or should they stay away? And then the side piece, do you agree that the side piece need to know their position and be the side piece? You know what I'm saying? I think they should be allowed. You know what I'm saying? Like, they should be able to go to the funeral. It's a public thing.
I disagree.
You know what I'm saying? Sit in the back. Don't try to make all this noise. You know, don't go up there and be, saying, oh, I missed him. We did this and we did that. You can't do all that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't one of the people that can.
You better mourn in your own space. Call your sisters over, get a bottle. You know what I'm saying? Watch the funeral on TV or something, or wait till somebody posts pictures.
And they do live stream funerals now, though. They live.
No.
Like, I'm okay with them showing up to the funeral. I am, but be in the back, be to the side. Don't make no noise.
I mean, I could get with it, but that's I ain't going to no funeral.
Because they chose to be a side piece. So it almost reminds me of the clothes we had last week. You know what I'm saying? Know your value, right? Because you should be okay with eating alone at the table. You know what to bring to the table, so you're not afraid to eat at the table. So if you choose to be that side piece, dude or female, know your role.
Play your position.
If that's what you want to do, because you done heard several people say, I'm okay with being the side piece. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to take care of them like that. You know, they come over whenever, blah, blah, blah. And if I'm busy, they ain't coming over. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather do that because I ain't got to worry about this. I ain't got to worry about that. If that's what they want to do, go ahead. That's what
I mean, whatever you do is what you do, but play your position. That's all I ask. It's like, absolutely. Don't go call it. Like, I can't stand when people don't pop up at people's job. Don't be acting all crazy. Like, to me, it's just like, that aggravates me. And I don't care. Like, I will call somebody out on their shit in a minute. Like, girl, shut up. Like, how are you mad at this lady or whatever? Like, you sound stupid. And they be like, oh, I'm stupid because I love somebody. Like, I don't care if you love him, suck him, do whatever you want to do. But like, you trying to be mad at the lady. She ain't did shit to you. You fucking her husband. You know what I'm saying? Like, how are you mad at? I hate to see that. That drives me crazy when women or men want to fight the person that's either cheating or been cheating with. You know what I'm saying? Sit down. You don't know, even if it's the wife. And if I don't know that he got a wife or a girlfriend and I'm with him and you running up on me, why you fighting me? This the motherfucker that's doing you dirty. So excuse me.
No, I know, absolutely. No, you're absolutely right.
I get passionate. Right. I'm trying not to, because I'm trying to stop cursing. When I get hype. And it's just like, but that drives me crazy. Why are you fighting the female? This is the one that you, whatever, unless she know about you. Like, she know about you, Dad. She gonna have to take a L.
Yeah, it's a different story. Then they got
Yeah,
absolutely, because
I don't have to take an L before.
You can't be a forward on the soccer field or the football field and you up there and trying to play basketball and run point and you kicking the ball. Like, it don't work.
Right.
Play your position. You know what I'm saying? Play your position. Absolutely.
What's up? Come on, couches. What y'all got?
Yeah, I love to hear y'all. We can always come back to it as well if y'all chime in.
This is the part that, and I have to bring it up because of him. But Real would be eating the comments up right now. He would be on so, oh my God. He will be eating the comments up right now, I swear.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, let's keep it moving, y'all. Like I said, if y'all chime in, I definitely will still read it. But let's chime in. I got another topic for y'all. Your thoughts. This is the Your Thoughts topic. I seen something on Facebook, and we've talked about this several times, and it keeps coming up, right? And then I seen this thing, and I was like, we got to talk about it, like, because it's. I think it's getting out of hand because they want to blame every single person that has a male appendage. Like, we can't do that. Like, so. Here's your thoughts, right? I want to know your thoughts on this. Let me stop this banner to make sure y'all able to see this. All right. I seen this post that says single women are starting to replace men with boyfriend bears. And the comment says even the toy feels sad, right? And it's like 7 more pictures besides the 4 pictures up here. And I was going to upload all of them, but I decided not to.
I'm not in the mood for this.
I apologize. So all right, so single women are starting to replace men with boyfriend bears. You keep hearing this thing going around saying, I would rather see a bear in the woods than a man, right? And all men this, and all men that, okay? You sent me some shit that was wild that this husband did to his wife, which is unexcusable. He need to be shot. Like, he need to be under the jail. Everybody that participated need to be under the jail, need to be castrated, all that stuff. But to continue to say all men, it's got to stop. It's got to stop. Look at this. I would rather see a bear in the woods than a man. Okay. I get where a lot of females are coming from. I get that. Right. But is this too far? It's a life-size bear. It's bigger than the woman. And they land on this bear, cuddling with the bear, in the bed with the bear, all that good stuff. Right. You already got Bob, the battery operated boyfriend. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. You want to be with the same sex, that's what you want to do. That's cool. But you cannot keep lumping all men in this category. You cannot.
It's true.
I'm speaking for the good gentlemen, the real men out there, because it's getting to be too much.
Yeah.
It's be too much.
It's sad that, and it's like really like that. And then to me, it's like they're literally trying to erase men. Everything right now is against men. Like, men turning into women, and everybody want to be, it's like everything is against men. And for real, it's sad because we can't even just say they're trying to turn Black women against Black men. Like, this is like, they are against men. It's every culture saying this, every race. And it's sad that there are a lot of horrible men out here, but it's a lot of horrible women too.
A lot.
A lot of women are working with these men, if not the leader of the hurting women, hurting children, or whatever like that. So, and this is what we don't speak on. It's a lot of serial killer women. It's a lot of women that are molesters. or whatever. And I'm not just trying to go against women or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, you can't say all, you know what I'm saying? Because then all women will be, you know, but we don't talk about those things. Those things are put out there because nobody wants to say like, oh, I got molested by a woman, you know, or whatever. And we talked about this before. My whole thing is, I think that they're running this and they're pushing it so hard. And it seems to be like they're really trying to erase masculinity. You know what I'm saying? Or when you're, so soon as any woman say, ah, it was a man. Okay, it used to be like, ah, it was a black man. Like the girl that said the black man stole her kids and, but you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So now it's just, it was a man. It was a man. And then like these messed up men need to, anyway, I feel like it's stupid. I like the bear idea. Don't get me wrong. The big teddy bear, like, because I need a big pillow. Like I do need that shit. You know what I'm saying? I got one of those big maternity pillow thingies because I have to. So that look comfortable. But as far as the bear in the woods, man, you already know what I said about that. I'm so against it. First of all, I don't want to be in the fucking woods. Like, you know, I like camping, but it's really not my thing. I don't want to have a man or a bear in the woods, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't even want to see a lady in the woods. Why are you in the woods if you're not camping in the first place? And for that whole analogy to me, it's just dumb. But I think this is even like if to replace men with a bear. No, I saw somebody on the podcast say shits and gigs or whatever, and they were like, if all the men were wiped off the earth for one day, what would you do? I lose my fucking mind. Not, you know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, I love the cocky. Second of all, I love men. I need that masculine energy around me. Like, for real, I need it. I need to be in masculine energy. I love being in masculine energy. I like to talk to my brothers, them, and like, if I have the vibes, you know, like, I love men. I love the smell of men. I love, you know, being around them. I love learning from them. I love to tell them they're getting on my nerves, you know. I love the power of a man. I love feeling protected by a man. So I don't even want to not be around them for one day. But I definitely don't want to trade them off for a damn bear. First of all, they shed.
That's a big ass bear too.
Yeah. You gonna shed in my bed? I don't know.
And then like I'm still laughing at the Christmas sweater bullshit. And
that's crazy.
Hugged up to the damn bear.
And now this is about to go so crazy. You're gonna see everybody with this BS. Like I just think they take stuff too far, and then I don't even think that people just share it. I think that the social media platform lets it go because they truly want to erase mankind.
I had to agree, man.
Or like, masculine energy, rather.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I know exactly what you meant. But yeah, because like to me, when I seen this, because it was shortly after, you know, you had sent me that thing, and you know me, when you send me a video, I like to go to the comments and see what people are saying. You know what I'm saying? And it like I like the fact that I don't have to post. I can just keep scrolling. I can look at the comment and be like, golly, this shit.
Please go upstairs.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't have to comment and be like that, you know, it don't make no sense or whatever, right? But all the comments on that thing was, it's all men. Like, come on. No, because if you see me in the woods, first off, I ain't gonna be in the woods. And second, you see me in the woods, I'm walking right by your damn man. I'm walking right by you. Like, what do you mean? Like, why are you in the woods?
I'm telling you.
What are you doing? I'm trying to get out of the woods. I don't even know how I got in the woods. So I'm walking right past your ass. Do you know how to get out of these woods? Like, what are you doing? Like, I'm trying to get out. Where do you like, what the hell going on? So it's like, I would rather see a bear. The bear is gonna fucking maul you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
maul you.
Bear.
But see, if you're hungry,
you climb up the tree, the bear is gonna follow your ass up the tree. It's gonna
I can't run. I can't run. So I can't run from a bear. First of all, a bear can run faster than you anyway. I can't even pretend that I want to get away from the bear. I'm gonna be out there singing James Brown and shit like dun, 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 I'm gonna be, because they say you're supposed to sing yeah, dun, dun, dun. Like I will. Why would I wouldn't know what to do?
Yeah, because like I said, I see where some females are coming from. I know a lot of females personally that have been, molested and sexually assaulted and stuff like that. And it's sad that these low life motherfuckers that need to be under the dirt.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, but they don't group all men
right
in that situation. It be people that ain't nothing happened to. They say all men, all men, all men.
Yeah. And I find it's really sad. It's really, really sad. And crazy thing about it is some of these women that say that have sons. Your son is gonna one day be a man.
Your son is gonna one day be a man. But all men, so including your son.
Yeah.
Even if you raise him the right way, he's in that all men category.
But and I'm gonna say this at the same time too. It's sad that you have to feel that way, because
yes, it is.
There are a lot of women that have been hurt and have been attacked and have been in situations where they can't even promote themselves. And I know like some artists and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? And they're in fear if they're the only woman in the room, or so I get it. But
I do. That's what I'm saying. I get it too.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, stop putting that out there. Like, so like, for all the men that are monsters, because you can't say all men, because there are a lot of men that will protect you from that type of man. But I don't even know, you know what I'm saying? Because it's hard to get protection now too, in some ways, from the masculine energy, but people too afraid. No, but it's just people need, just because you can't say all men or all women. I used to hate when I was younger, and you can ask anybody this one, would say all men are dogs. I'd be like, well, if all men are dogs, then all women are whores. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't say all, because everybody move in their own different way, and different people have different morals, but all men are not monsters. People that hurt women and children or even other men, those are monsters. And I get it. I will rather probably be with something different than a monster. But I mean, if I hit the right spot, I can know I can't do that to a bear. Like I have to do too much to get to it. So
yeah,
I really want them to really focus on, and we don't realize what we're doing. All the stuff that they're doing. When you start going to jumping on these bandwagons and you promoting this and you thinking it's funny, or you're really serious about it or whatever like that, you don't know what you're doing, because this generation especially is so influenceable that, they will really be in the woods trying to be with a bear. And, you know what I'm saying? Like they will, it's so much that come with that. They'll really be trying to take all the men out. Like that they see, be trying to kill them and poison them and do all that, So I'm like, when the people are doing stuff like this, when you really need to know what you're doing and what you're saying and what you're causing, when you start putting stuff out like that.
No, absolutely. Like I said, I had to bring this one up because like I seen this right after we had
crazy
the conversation. And the other pictures are wild. Like,
I'll be too scared of that bear at the same time though. Like I like to cuddle
there, and
but like I ain't even like the big dolls. My mannequins don't even have heads, and not because I couldn't have the ones with heads, but it was like I was scared that one day I'll just be walking past my mannequins and they'll just turn their head like that, for real. And it's like, I don't care. Like that's a fear. So I never buy mannequins with heads. So that bear like cuffed me or something, or if the arm even dropped and it seemed like maybe I bumped it, but I didn't know I bumped it, and the hand went, I would lose.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I just think you're going too far, man. Like
I would lose my shit.
I just think it's going too far.
Yeah, it's too far. It's too far.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Yeah. All right. That was a good episode, man. We had some good topics, man. You know. So
Nice.
you check us out, man. You already know what time it is. It is that time.
What you eat for dinner?
Who, me?
Yeah.
She wanted noodles. I didn't eat dinner. I ate like lunch earlier, but I had some leftovers. I had some ribs, a little bit of that cabbage, and I'm
so like, how long have you not been able to eat cheese?
My whole life.
Wow.
We'll watch that again.
Yeah, absolutely. My whole life.
That sucks.
It don't bother me.
Well, it don't bother you because you never had to eat it, but
yeah, so it really don't.
I love cheese, and I want you to enjoy it with me. Like, you know, I just like, but yeah, if you never had, I mean, you never got to really, whatever, it don't bother you.
No, absolutely. All right, so you already know what time it is. It is time for our close. Something you can ponder on until the next time you see us live on Just Therapy, the podcast Facebook page, or YouTube, or next day on Spotify. Your close this evening, something you can ponder on.
Sorry.
Okay. All right, here we go. Sometimes you got to play the role of a fool to fool the fool who thinks they are fooling you. I'll read that one more time. I will read that. I had to turn the light on it. Sometimes you got to play the role of a fool to fool the fool who thinks they are fooling you. Go and break that down for us, sis, and we'll get up out of here.
Match your competitor to get the win.
Ooh. Okay. Okay. You say match your competitor to get the win. I like it. I ain't nothing for me to say. Like, woo. Okay. All right. So listen, hey, thank you so much for tuning in with us. Another great episode in the books. It will be up next day on Spotify. So if you want to check that out, make sure you check out all the other episodes and all that good shit. BBC, what you got to say to him, sis?
If no one has told you today, I love you, I believe in you, and I want you to win.
Hey, want you to win. You already know what I'm going to say. One thing you can never get back is time. And I want to thank you for spending your time on the couch with us this evening. We'll see you next week. God willing, we are out of here. See you next week, sis.
See you. Bye, little mama.
MICAH Beats.
Oh, she said bye-bye. All right, y'all. See y'all next week. Welcome to Just Therapy, where we talk about life with a comedy twist. With your hosts, comedian Sean Boyd, Antonio Ferguson, and Miss KT. We talk about a whole bunch of shit, from politics to people actually taking shits. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the therapy session. Man, this be dope. Make a motherfucker want to rap. I can't rap, man. Hold on, here we go. I can't rap. I really can't. But come sit down on the couch with us. Man, I can't rap. Come to the couch. Enjoy the show. Let's go.